For TriCalTV, this is Eric Gilsenan. We are at the friendly confines of Lovers Point, Pacific Grove, one of the many stops on the Tri-California Triathlon Series. 2008, it's come and gone. A few months ago, we were up on the rock wall just a few hundred yards away, reviewing 2007. Now, Terry, 2008 has come and gone. Unbelievable. With me, one of the co-owners of Tri-California, the great Terry Davis. Terry, 2008, it was great.
It was a great year, Eric, and we're just so blessed to be able to do this and be able to provide this service for people. And we've got an incredible crew with Tri-California, and we had a very, very busy year this year. So It's been a great year.
So many great events. Just give us a synopsis, a brief idea, maybe three things that come to mind, three highlights of the 2008 year.
Well, I think the three highlights that come to mind to me first would be Chris McCormick coming back to Wildflower, sort of where he started here in the United States, and racing his fourth race at Wildflower and winning his fourth race at Wildflower, and watching him coming down that hill, step for step down Lynch Hill, and knowing that he's been here before and he knows that those hills are hard on you when you're coming down, and just taking off there right at the end and just clinching that race. To me, that was the number one, I think.
Yeah, his run with Llanos was definitely a tough one, sort of like Mark Allen and Dave Scott back in '89, shoulder to shoulder. Second item, what would be the second most, just impressive things you saw last year?
I think the San Francisco Triathlon and having the Pan American Games with athletes coming from all over the world, and then being able to have just an incredibly beautiful weekend up there to finish off the season. I think that would be the second highlight that I would like to think about.
Yeah, having Matty Reed come off the Beijing Olympics and having Victor Plata just have an unbelievable run. Victor being last in the Olympic trials, not going to the Olympics, and then being able to come back and win that race.
Yeah, that was incredible. There was a great field there, and you had Maddie, you had Julie Swale, you had, lots and lots of great athletes there. So that was great for Victor. Victor won here at Pacific Grove. Victor being from Santa Cruz, he's been involved with Tri-California for many years. He has coached our Tri-Cal kids when we had that, and so that was really great to have him win that.
And maybe your third highlight of the year.
I think my third highlight of the year is just watching and seeing how TriCalTV has really moved up and improved, and what a great job that you've done and our whole team to really show what Tri-California is all about, and give people the opportunity to see these races through our videos on our TriCalTV.
It is so easy to tune into ball and stick sports, watch ESPN, and see the world of sport. But, in our sport, triathlon, they come and go. It's just a weekend. With TriCalTV, you can show your coworkers, your friends, your family what you did that weekend. So let's review the year. 2008 started off. We had Wildflower. We had Macca, as you said, come back. And then we had, from Canada, Samantha McGlone winning for the women.
Yeah, she holds a special place in my heart too. She came here, and she's a gentle person and quiet, and she just, runs like the wind, And just to see her do so well, and she reminds me a lot of the Polly Newby Frasers and the Heather Fures and those that have been here in the past. And we just love having that kind of a heart come to our races. So the one and only Wildflower being the toughest one in the world, really, at that long course distance, that it really brings out the best in these athletes, and it sort of sets their year up to see what they're going to be like. So
it's sort of hard to draft on Lynch Hill, or actually any of those nasty grades out there. Here at Pacific Grove in September, we saw Victor Plata win, and then a young woman from the National Training Center up in Colorado Springs, Jillian Peterson. We saw Victor and Jillian win here.
Yeah, Jillian was a little bit of a surprise this year, and she come up and she's for triathletes she's pretty small, and she did a great job, and so they did great. For me, Pacific Grove is my hometown, and to be able to put on an event here and show the beautiful city that I get to live in, and share that with everybody else is just really fun.
Yep. The third event was the Scott Tinley's Adventures in San Luis Obispo. Scott Tinley, a longtime friend of yours, a longtime triathlete, been in the sport as long as the sport's been going on. Scott Tinley's race had Brian Fleischman win on the men's, and then Jillian coming back again for her second win in the rain.
Yeah, that was really incredible. First of all, having the rain in October was one thing. We're not used to that. When we had Scott Tinley's in the middle of November, we used to get rains every year, so we moved it up, and we thought we wouldn't have any rains. But we did. And, Brian, he was our TriCal Series winner a couple years ago. On the U.S. Olympic team, just doing really, really well. It was great to have him back, and and to see Jillian do back-to-backs was sort of neat. That race has grown, and it's just incredible that more people don't do that race, because the hills out there and Wasna area and all that is just absolutely gorgeous in San Luis Obispo County. So it's sort of a stretch for people, but I think the ones that come really like it. It's sort of like a mini Wildflower, or the way Wildflower was, 25 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling old here. And then wrapping it up, formerly known just Treasure Island, now San Francisco Triathlon at Treasure Island. That was our fourth TriCal event. We had a great race. You mentioned Victor won that, his second race. And then we also had Sarah Groff come out, late entry, and she won.
Yeah, that was fun. The thing about Treasure Island is we had the boat last year that crashed into the bridge, and we weren't able to swim. So to be able to swim this year, and we really did a lot of work on that race to prepare it and get it ready for the international field that was coming, and with the Pan American Games for not only the elites but also for the age groupers. It really was great. Saturday was a beautiful day, and we even had, in the middle of the night, a little rain Saturday night, and we woke up Sunday morning and we thought it was going to be a little drizzly, but it turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day for the sprint triathlon. And to see all those first-time racers out there is really what gets exciting for me, is to be able to see new people doing the races, and we saw a lot of new people at all our events this year. So we think that's great, and we would love to have more newcomers and people knowing that they would have the ability to do a triathlon, because for us it's not about just a race, it's about really promoting a lifestyle. We want people to train, to eat healthy, to be really responsible with anything else that they do, and we really want to promote families, and I think this is a great way to do it. We're really blessed to be able to do this.
Well, the sport's 30 years young. Get out there and do it. Come back to the races. We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you checked it out. Watch it on TriCalTV. 2008's been great for Terry Davis and for TriCalifornia. This is Eric Gilsenan. Have a great winter holiday season, and we'll see you at the races in 2009.
Perfect.
All right. That's it. It's a wrap.